advances the kingdom for soul winning. This word, bread of life, that I received today, is not only for me, but to be shared with others, that they may grow in Christ, as well as myself, for the purpose of successful living. Thank you. You may be seated. I have 2 videos I want to share with you. But before I share those with you, I want to say, as we enter the third quarter, I want to thank you, those that are part of the virtual campus, those that watch via YouTube. We picked up some, hopefully some virtual campus. Please go to hor.org and sign up for the virtual campus and follow. You can follow us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and also YouTube. This is the third quarter going into the year of 2019, which 20 means redemption, and the number 19 represents faith. My curiosity is, are we really prepared for the second half of the year? The first quarter of the year, we talked about attitude and how that an attitude is controlled by an individual thoughts, and an individual thoughts, as we went into the second phase of the quarter, it has to deal with behavior. And so many things are critical that deals with the thoughts, it deals with the behavior, it deals with the attitude, and deals with the behavior. And many times what's going on outside of a person is probably only 35 to 40%. 60% is what's happening on the inside of a person. And as we enter into the third quarter, one of the major components as we look at in the middle of this year in the heat and moving on to the 4th of July is focus. And how well do we focus? And do we really understand that sometimes we think we're focused and we're really not focused? So I have a video for you from Joyce Meyer and one from Les Brown. And then we're going to come back and we're going to begin to talk about preparation is the key to execution. But if one cannot focus, then one cannot prepare. So if you would take notes on the video, and we will play it, and then we will go into our evening discussion. And we have one main word that we will share with you this evening. All right?
Where have you been?
What you focus on in life is what
Why
you get.
are you here? And where are you going?
This is on me because we have been really struggling. And that's what I was telling someone. The very thing that we said that we were looking for that would pop up, guess what it didn't do? It did not pop up. So I've got to move this all the way to the right. But we're going to get there.
Where have you been?
What you focus on in life is what
Why
you get.
are you here? And where are you going?
This is a little Polaroid camera.
You look at your life, and you look at what you produce.
Now look,
Is it giving you what you want? Are you living on purpose? Are you living your dream? Are you acting on your ideas? Where have you been?
What you focus on in life is what
Why
you get.
are you here? And where are you going?
This is a little Polaroid camera.
You look at your life, and you look at what you produce.
Now look,
Is it giving you what you want? Are you living on purpose? Are you living your dream? Are you acting on your ideas? Are you doing all you can do? Have you gotten comfortable? Are you procrastinating? Are you evading your own greatness? Are you surrounding yourself with people that can nourish you? Are you challenging yourself? Are you experimenting? Are you learning something different? Is your life an adventure, or is it boring? When you're set in your mind and you refuse to grow and you're not open to new ideas, new methods, new ways of doing things, if your mind is already fixed, you become stagnant. You can't grow. You can't have a sense of fulfillment. You become extremely cynical and negative about everything. So you want to keep learning, keep growing. See, most people want it easy. But easy come, easy go.
You're going to get
Embrace whatever comes to you. Don't run from it. Step toward it. But how do you hang in there during the hard, difficult times? You must have faith. You've got to believe in yourself. You've got to believe in your abilities, your ideas, unquestionably. You've got to have faith, and that faith drives you into action. You've got to keep moving and keep plugging away. You got to love it. It's got to be what you are supposed to do. And say, I've got to do this. This is my stuff. This is why I showed up.
It's not going to be easy when you want to change. It's not easy. If it were in fact easy, everybody would do it. But if you're serious, you'll go all out. So yes, I'm going to do something about this situation.
You do what it is you're supposed to. You're supposed to build something. You're supposed to create something. I don't know how to do it. Learn. Do whatever is required. Just go out there. It's possible you can get what you want. It's necessary. If you want it, you got to go into action. You got to be willing to experiment. You got to be willing to fail and to succeed. It's you. It's on you. You got to make that happen. Nobody's going to bring it to you on a silver platter and say, here's your dream manifested. No, it's hard. Yes, it's hard. It's difficult. Yes, right? And it's worth it.
New ideas, new methods, new ways of doing things. If your mind is already fixed, you become stagnant. You can't go. You can't have a sense of fulfillment. You become extremely cynical and negative about everything. So you want to keep learning, keep growing. See, most people want it easy, but easy come, easy go. Embrace whatever comes to you. Don't run from it. Step toward it. But how do you hang in there during the hard, difficult times? You must have faith. You've got to believe in yourself. You've got to believe in your abilities, your ideas, unquestionably. You've got to have faith, and that faith drives you into action. You've got to keep moving and keep plugging away. You gotta love it. It's gotta be what you are supposed to do. And say, I've got to do this. This is my stuff. This is why I showed up.
It's not going to be easy. When you want to change, it's not easy. If it were in fact easy, everybody would do it. But if you're serious, you'll go all out. So yes, I'm going to do something about this situation.
You do what it is you're supposed to. You're supposed to build something. You're supposed to create something. I don't know how to do it. Learn. Do whatever is required. Just go out there. It's possible you can get what you want. It's necessary. If you want it, you got to go into action. You got to be willing to experiment. You got to be willing to fail and to succeed. It's you. It's on you. You got to make that happen. Nobody's going to bring it to you on a silver platter and say, here's your dream manifested. No, it's hard. Yes, it's hard. It's difficult. Yes, right? And it's worth it.
Any questions? Anybody have a comment? Okay. Okay. Well, I think the truth of the matter is it really self-qualifies itself. Because what most people are after is not new. What most people are after, it's already been attained by somebody. So you have to determine, are you really willing to do the necessary things in order for that to happen? See, it's a big difference between want, need, and expectation. A lot of people want things. A lot of people need things. But a lot of people don't expect things. And one of the things that happens to people is that we gravitate to how tough it is rather than how important it is. And so what I want to do is take us through several types of things that make us unfocused, because we can talk about being focused and we can have the pom-pom party and we can feel good, but that's not the issue. The issue is the threads that are pulled from us on a daily basis that makes us unaware, unfocused. We lose time, we lose point of communication, and we lose timelines. So that's what I want to talk to you about. And the key that we're going to deal with this month, and my goal is that we do get to the disciplines of life. But focus is going to be maybe a little extended. If you're writing, here's the first thing I want you to write. Preparation is key to execution. I think this particular one says, let go of the thoughts that don't make you strong. How many of us are caught up in a negative web? Some of us get up every morning and we put ourselves in a situation where we're immediately behind. We cancel out our day before we ever get started. So what I want to do is get one of the couple of kids to come around, and one's clear, one's blurry, and one's more blurry. And I'm giving you this, and I want you to look at it, look through it, and I know some people think it's stupid and all of that, but the one that gets it will be the one that'll move on. Can I get 3 little volunteers? Okay, come on. Pass them out. Pass them around the people. I'll only have 3. Y'all go sit down. Y'all must have been asleep. All right? And just pass it around. Pass it around, okay? Pass it to other people so they can look at it. One of the things that mess up a lot of people, and I don't have that particular slide, is the fact that people wake up every day with a blurred vision. Someone has told you what you wasn't, more than what someone has told you what you could be. So you wake up every day of your life and you begin to punish yourself. You begin to punish yourself because of the things you don't have. You look around at other people and you see the things that they have. And so a blurred vision. Many people get up every day. They pray. They fast. They go to the gym. They work out, but they don't look at the total spectrum of life. And so one of the things that we have to be aware of is the types of people who distract you from being focused. Because most people don't give up. Do you know what they do? They give in. Most people give in to the criticism. Most people give in to the test. Most people give in to the problem. Most people immediately start saying, I can't do it. It's hard. It's challenging. I'm already full of stuff. And you know why? Because most people are looking for attention. I want you to write this word, and it's going to be a word that we're going to use throughout the series on focus, is underserved. Anybody got a question? What does underserved mean?
What does underserved mean?
Underserved means that a person didn't get the proper or enough development. So then when tragedy or sickness or problems come up in their lives, here's the second word. They become victim-minded. Underserved people are people who become very needy and never look at the resources that they have. They become codependent rather than shared dependent. Does this make sense? So beware of these type of people. Here's what they will do. They will destroy, hinder your focus and your progress. I'll say it again. You got to be aware of this type of person. This type of person will destroy, hinder your focus and progress. The first term is victim-minded. Victim-minded. Do anyone know what victim-minded is? Someone else?
And they walk around with that woe is me, pity party type spirit.
Okay. Someone else?
They only see themselves as a person that needs help.
Okay. Someone else? Good. Someone else?
Somebody that thinks that the world owes them something just because they don't see that what they have to offer. They think that the world owes them something.
Okay. Someone else? Victim-minded. We associate and sometimes we pretend or live out the same formula as a victim-minded person. Here's one thing. Victim-minded people, no one has endured what they've suffered. When you talk to them, they're always telling you about something that happened or didn't happen in their life. This is why I say the word underserved. And what they're looking for sometimes is validation. They're looking for comfort. They're not looking to share. See, we get it mixed up. And we don't understand that sometimes we've allowed ourselves to get mixed up with people because we didn't feel good about ourselves. We were victim-minded ourselves. So I hooked up with someone. I became partners with someone who were not, as you all would say, 100 themselves. But since I was a 20, they were 25, and I connected with them. And now we're no more than a 30. So a victim-minded person, no one has endured. They'll always take a person back to something that happened in their life. Every time they have an issue, they always go back to something that happened in their life, something that coulda, woulda, shoulda. Is always something. They never evaluate or examine the present moment. They always go back and they talk about how that they've suffered, endured, and most of the time is self-inflicted wounds. I'll give you an example. The man that was at the gate for 38 years, when he met Jesus, the first thing he was doing was giving an excuse for the 38 years that he had been there. How many of us are still living through the eyes of what was versus what is? How many of us are still hanging on to dark, gloomy days? And here's what happens. It begins to shape your personality. And it becomes your safety net. Number 2, be aware of the company that you choose. Because sometimes you can feel bad about yourself, but you can deal with a person or see a person that look like they have themselves together, but many times that's a camouflage. And so you give yourself up because you can look away at your problems and not look in the mirror. Because when you look in the mirror, you're going to see 2 things. You're going to see the problem. You're going to see the person, but what you don't see is the solution. Because here's the thing. A victim-minded person always deals with I woulda, I shoulda, I coulda, but the conclusion is I didn't. And so what happens is sometimes because a person or a group feels like they have it going on, we have this thing called peer pressure. So because we don't feel good in our skin, we don't feel good about ourselves, we don't feel like we're accomplished. Because here's the thing, we drag failures around too much. We drag brokenness around. It's almost like people who get married, they put all these cans on the back of the car and paint on the windows, just married. But you don't ever see them painting just divorced, just got free, just got loose, just got over, just overcame. There was something that I saw, and I'm going to interject it. I don't think I have the video. We lose sight of the things that are really important. Seeking knowledge, seeking skills, being motivated every day. Attitude. Attitude is connected to all of those. Thoughts are connected to the attitude. Once the thoughts come in, the attitude is formed. Once the attitude is formed, the behavior is set. And so then things like knowledge and skills, those things don't matter. Most people don't listen to things that are motivating. They listen to things that they identify with. Bitterness, brokenness, hatred, stomping somebody, who's the enemy, mistreated. All you got to do is just ride down the highway. You'll see what people listen to. Here's the thing that happens. We looked at the butterfly, and I don't know if I put a picture in it or not, but we looked at the butterfly, and many times we looked at the butterfly and we talked about how cute the butterfly was, but in a deeper study, I found out that the scars or the colors on the butterfly are a representation of the struggles that he had or it had in its development. And so we look at a butterfly that has 7 or 8 or 10 different colors on it, and we say, man, that's a beautiful butterfly. But we don't know that the reason that butterfly has those 5 or 7 or 10 colors was because it struggled in the metamorphosis in order to be developed. And so what we run away from is whatever hurt us, it didn't kill us, and we should develop and outgrow it. Instead, we let it hang on to us like a bag hangnail. Here's the other thing. When people are victim-minded, the only thing they want to hear is what they think. When people are victim-minded, it's my way. It's what no one didn't do for me. Victim-minded people. They're never wrong. Here's something else they do. They never listen. So this is why we always have the same story. You've changed. If you cannot identify who and what thoughts, what attitude, and what behaviors are draining you, you cannot change your world. It doesn't matter what class you go to. It doesn't matter who you listen to. Les Brown, George Meyer, Bishop T.D. Jakes, they all say great and wonderful things. The real help starts when you take the word and you start developing your way to a better person. Here's what happens with victim-minded people. They never listen. They never listen to the other side. They never see it from someone else's perspective. They always hear and see themselves. And they will rob you of who you are. And I've said this before, and I can't think who said it. I think it was Bishop T.D. Jakes. And I was in another room with some other people, and they were saying pretty much what you see is what's wrong. And people have a tendency to copy what they see other people do. And what other people are doing are not necessarily the right way and the right process to get that done. People who are victim-minded, they never listen to others or see other people's side. It's always you. They never take responsibility. Victim-minded people, and we're talking about focus. We're talking about the things that are causing you to not accomplish your goals and tasks. Because we don't like process. We don't like steps. We just want victory. We don't want practice. We don't get the total sum of what it's going to cost and do it. They tell us one thing or tell us two things, and we don't look at the other thing, the PMI. We don't look at the taxes. We don't look at the insurance. We don't look at the HOA. We don't look at all those other things. We just look at what they told us because we're victim-minded. And so victims never work the process. Victim-minded people never work the process. They always seek the shortcuts. Everybody can show up at the finish line, but not everybody ran the race. So here's what we have to realize, and it goes back to the video where Bishop Jake said, guard your heart. You have to guard yourself from victim-minded people. They will constantly drain you. They will make you feel bad about yourself because here's the thing about victim-minded people. Only their ideas work. Victim-minded people have a way of overreaching. They get too much. They don't get enough. Because I got to show everybody how good I am. Victim-minded people always toot their own horn. I know ain't nobody going to jump on this. Because victim-minded people forget that it takes a village. And it takes mind over matter. So the whole scope of what I want to share with you guys is this. Finding focus. In what? In an unfocused world. And can I show you some warning signs as we start moving toward focus? Victim-minded people are never resourceful. They always have a problem, but they never have a plan. They never have a solution. And they're very big on what somebody said. If you're always using what someone said, then where's your experience? Because victim-minded people do not listen to experienced people. What does the Bible say? There's a multitude of safety in what? Wise counsel. So you get the first piece. But if it's 6 or 7 more pieces, you'll leave out that 7. Because you have the one. And do you know what that means? That means you're trying to have one wing and fly the distance. So you got to be aware. Got to be aware who you let in your space, because it goes back to the top. Preparation, execution. And one of the things that I looked at when I was developing this for you guys was I hear a lot of people saying they're tired, they're drained. And I want to go to school. I want to finish school. I want to start school again. And I kept thinking, well, how can I talk about focus? And the thought dropped into mind, you first got to figure out what's draining you. You got to figure out what's draining you. You got to find the leaks inside of you. It's like I told the hive, well, we want to meet every Sunday. Well, you're not showing me the results of meeting, because there should be progress. Progress turns into process. Process turns into progress. And so if it doesn't move up, if it doesn't get better. So here's the thing, victim-minded people, here's something you should really be aware of. Victim-minded people will never make the same sacrifice you do. So be careful where you put your sacrifices. Because victim-minded people only see them. Y'all, come on. I'm trying to let y'all out of here by 7:30. This must be too heavy and too hard for you guys. Is it too heavy, too hard? Let me see if I got a good slide. The next slide ain't much better than this slide. It's making you think, okay, talk to me, because people out there like, man, he done killed everybody in the class, man. Ain't everybody in class. Your pulse is still going? Okay, then speak. Speak. Victim-minded people never make sacrifices. Will you get this for me? Will you get that for me? I try to tell parents, as your kids start growing up and they start getting alliances, don't spend your money at the store. Make them spend their money. And then when they want that thing that they want, and they don't have enough money, you say, now you feel like daddy feel. See, it's easy to spend daddy money. Oh, my money just got spent real big. It's easy to spend daddy money, but daddy trying to save. Am I right, Dean Gary? Daddy was trying to save, still got blew out the back. I hope I got a spare tire in case I get a flat one, because just blew out the back. Because you got to be aware. See, victim-minded people never sacrifice. But they always can tell you what they need. Oh, come on. Can I give an example? See, if we don't train a child, then a child will come in the house at 21 and they still expect mom to cook when their hands should be able to cook for themselves. Amen. You use the dish to serve you, but you won't wash the dish to serve you again. I wish I could help somebody. And somebody has sacrificed and took their time to prepare you a meal, but it ain't what you want to eat. You need a bit of old school. If what's in the house ain't good enough to eat, you will fast today. Because if you're going to want to eat this and eat that, then you should have brought your own. Victim-minded people will not sacrifice, but they're willing to receive. Come on, victim-minded people never sacrifice for anyone other than them. People can borrow money for you, won't pay you what they're supposed to pay you, but have on new clothes the next time you see them. See, now y'all want to talk. There must be something. I must have parked up your. Yes. And they feel like they make you. I wish somebody could help me. Come on, I'm trying to let you. They make you feel like you should help, but they never help. They never help themselves. Victim-minded people will never make the sacrifices you make. Because they only see themselves. Victim-minded people never want to deal with the truth. Can I make this plain? Because sometimes as an adult, you have hard conversations. And let me show you what happens when you start having real, truthful, hard conversations. People walk out the room. They hang up the phone. They start doing other things. Because victim-minded people make you think you owe them something. Victim-minded people never deal with the truth, and they never deal with the pain of life. Life is painful. I heard Les Myers say, easy come, easy go. Here's what happened. Neither do they take the course of action that it would take to ratify a situation. What do you mean? They don't forgive, they don't forget, and they what? They don't move on. What are three things that we have to do? Forgive, forget, and move on. There are literally some people in your life you need to forgive, forget, and move on. Ask me why. Maya Angelou said it this way. When people show you who they are, come on, let's say that again. Three things that you need to do. We all need to practice this in this month, because I don't want December the 31st to be like June the 30th or anything like the first 6 months. What are the first things we got to learn how to do? Forgive, forget, and move on. Why? When people, Maya Angelou said, when people do what? Show you who they are.
Believe them.
Believe them. Somebody say this with me. Stop hallucinating. When people show you who they are. I'm going to ask y'all a question. We got a few minutes. I want to let you guys go. I can give you the 6 S's, or I can replay the 2 videos. The 2 videos are about 3 minutes long. The six S's will take at least 10 minutes. Which one do you all want? What did y'all say? All in favor of the video? I guess somebody like, yeah, they done said, they ain't said nothing the whole time. You see how but they spoke up then, didn't they? They like, you know, let me tell you what they try to say. They probably saying, Pastor, talk about me, because I'm a selfish kid. And my mama and my daddy gonna change. Yeah. They're gonna forget I'm their child, and they're gonna start treating me. So all the kids that want to watch the video say ah. Yeah, look at it. They like, I wonder why class was kind of quiet. Now I understand. They like, oh Lord, I'm gonna have to wash dishes. I'm gonna have to eat them poke and beans when I go home, because daddy ain't gonna stop. Mama ain't gonna stop. I can't play victim. Can't call nobody. Because see, I'm a realist. This is what I tell people. We can't fix what's broken, but we can pick up where we are. Am I making sense? We can't fix what's broken. Let me see if I can get this video back. Let me see if I can go, because, you know, I had a struggle. I appreciate Ken really helping me out, because I was struggling. All right, let me stop some stuff. Hold on. I got to get some more stuff, because I don't want to lose where I'm at. I'm going to play this video, and we're going to roll on. Y'all ready? Let me go here.
Where have you been?
What you focus on in life is what
Why
you
are
get.
you here? And where are you going?
This is a little Polaroid camera.
You look at your life.
Takes the
You look at
cutest
what you
little pictures.
produce.
Now look,
Is it giving you what you
I'm
want?
gonna
Are
get
you
whatever I
living on
focus on. I
purpose?
can
Are
get
you
this
living
pretty
your
lady right down
dream?
here.
Are you acting on your ideas?
Nah, that's okay. That's okay. That's okay. We realized we had a couple challenges today. We had a couple challenges today. Let me see if we can. Here we go.
what you focus on in life is what you get.
Go back to that.
This is a little Polaroid camera. Takes the cutest little pictures. Now look, I'm going to get whatever I focus on. I can get this pretty lady right down here.
Where have you
What you
been?
focus on in life is what
Why
you
are
get.
you here? And where are you going?
This is a little Polaroid camera.
You look at your life.
Takes
You
the
look at
cutest
what you
little pictures.
produce.
Now
Is it
look,
giving you what you
I'm
want?
gonna
Are
get
you
whatever
living
I
on
focus on.
purpose?
I
Are
can
you
get this
living
pretty
your
lady right
dream?
down
Are
here
you
for
acting
you.
on your ideas? Are you doing all you can do? Have you gotten comfortable? Are you
Now, this has to
procrastinating? Are you
develop,
evading your
like
own
most things we
greatness?
focus on.
Are
You
you
focus on
surrounding
trouble
yourself with
long
people
enough,
that can
it will
nourish
develop
you?
into more trouble.
Are you challenging yourself? Are you experimenting? Are you
But
learning
if we
something
focus
different?
on-
Is your life an
Let's see,
adventure
you
or
got
is it
many
boring?
Let's focus on Dave, 'cause
When
he
you're
sure
set in
is
your
good
mind and you
looking.
refuse to grow and you're not open to new ideas,
Dave, I'll tell you.
new methods, new
Man.
ways of doing things,
There you
if
go.
your mind is already fixed, you become stagnant. You can't grow. You can't have a sense of fulfillment. You become extremely cynical and negative about
You just take pictures
everything.
everywhere you go. I know you
So
got
you
your
want to
selfies,
keep
but I'm gonna do
learning,
good
keep
with those.
growing.
So-
See, most people want it easy, but
He's just
easy
an
come,
example.
easy go.
You're gonna get
Embrace whatever comes to you. Don't run from it.
Focus
Step
on
toward.
it's larger and
Where have you
larger
been?
in your life. It grows.
Why
and
are
it
you
can grow
here?
to the point where it's just
And
like
where are
totally
you
out of
going?
balance. It's like if
You look at your life.
what's
You
wrong
look at
with
what
your
you
life,
produce.
You can actually
Is it
get to
giving
the
you
point
what you
where just
want?
hate
Are
your
you
life.
living on purpose?
And
Are you
think that
living
you've
your
got the worst
dream? Are you
life
acting
ever,
on your
when really
ideas?
somebody else
Are you
might
doing
look at
all
your
you
life
can
and they
do?
might
Have you
actually wish
gotten
they had your
comfortable?
life.
Are you procrastinating? Are you evading your
they're
own
seeing
greatness?
the stuff
Are you
that
surrounding
you quit
yourself with
looking at a
people that
long
can
time
nourish
ago
you?
because you're
Are
so
you
busy looking
challenging?
at all the stuff you don't like, you've forgotten what you do like. You might marry somebody and you might get so focused on what you don't like that you forgot what you liked about them that caused you to want to marry them to start with. Come on now. I'm preaching better than you're acting.
Keep growing. See, most people want it easy, but easy come, easy go. Embrace whatever comes to you. Don't run from it. Step toward it. But how do you hang in there during the hard, difficult times? You must have faith. You've got to believe in yourself. You've got to believe in your abilities, your ideas, unquestionably. You've got to have faith, and that faith drives you into action. You've got to keep moving and keep plugging away. You've got to love it. It's got to be what you are supposed to do. And say, I've got to do this. This is my stuff. This is why I showed up. It's not going to be easy. When you want to change, it's not easy. If it were in fact easy, everybody would do it. But if you're serious, you'll go all out. Yes, I'm going to do something about this situation. You do what it is you're supposed to. You're supposed to build something. You're supposed to create something. I don't know how to do it. Learn. Do whatever is required. Just go out there. It's possible you can get what you want. It's necessary. If you want it, you got to go into action. You got to be willing to experiment. You got to be willing to fail and to succeed. It's you. It's on you. You got to make that happen. Nobody's going to bring it to you on a silver platter and say, here's your dream manifested. No, it's hard. Yes, it's hard. It's difficult. Yes, right? And it's worth it.
May we stand? It's 7:35, yeah. May we stand? Look at everybody, say focus. Focus. Figure out what's causing you to not be focused. You have 6 months left in this year. They cannot end like it began. I must push to develop myself. So when you push your kids to good behavior, expect blowback. Do you know you don't even begin progress until you reach the point of friction? An airplane cannot leave the ground until it deals with the friction that's in the air. Grab your neighbor by the hand. I pray, oh gracious Father, that we have a safe 4th of July for family that's coming in town, families that's going out of town, families that's traveling abroad, those that are going to get together in fellowship. We ask that you will protect us in the hours where there are people that are doing difficult things that make life hard. We ask that you will let your angels guide each and every person as their children, as their family, that we can have peace, love, and harmony. As people have family reunions, gatherings, going to visit and driving, give them peace, safety, no vehicles broken down, no hearts broken, no homes broken into. Give us unity that we can come together again in the next few days and worship you. In Christ's name we pray this day and forevermore.